Hello, everyone. It's game week 30. Welcome to the Contcast. It's the last one before all the blank and double game week madness starts. So we have a lot to get through. A lot of Rate My Teams this week. We have on the cast with us today, Boss.
Hey, how's it going?
JK.
Hey.
Bowstring.
Hey, guys.
And Zofar, who is still on mute.
Zofar, unmute your microphone.
I don't get it. But
he can use sign language today.
Yeah. So I've seen him in the cast. If you guys want to do it while we go forward, maybe he'll read it, or he's out. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to share a screen. We'll get through Rate My Teams. We have quite a bit to get through this today. Where's the screen? There we go. Y'all see that?
Yep.
All right, so let's go to the Contcast screen. See who's first.
I think you are first one.
I'm first. All right, so my transfers are done. I did Rashford and Patricio into Boric and Higuain. So I think I'm good to go transfer-wise. Yeah. There's two questions.
Begovic starting.
Yeah, right. It's what it is. Then I'll get Ryan off the bench, but it's whatever. I got just two questions. So start Almiron or Jimenez. Leaning on the guy I bought in 2 weeks ago and has looked really good. I know it's maybe a bit more difficult fixture, but it's my first line, I think. And then, secondly, is who the captain. I'm on Vardy right now. I think it's the best fixture on paper if you don't own a City asset this week. So obviously, Salah and Mane could always go big. I don't think Liverpool's form, attacking-wise, is the best right now, but thinking of sticking with Vardy and taking a differential. So what do you guys think?
Yeah, I like it. I think you've got the right bench order and starters, and I think it's a toss-up between Salah and Vardy. I like the idea of Vardy. Salah's a bit safer. I think he'll be highly captain this week, but I like the differential.
What?
Yeah, I'll jump in. I agree with Boss. Salah is very much a rank protector kind of captain. I think if you're trying to protect, I'd definitely go Salah. If you're trying to get a jump, going Vardy could pay off. If Salah blanks and Vardy gets a couple of goals, then there's a potential there for a huge gain. And as for who to start, I'd probably, in general, when in doubt, go with the rule of back the guy at home.
Yeah, it's always been my rule when the fixtures are close. I know Jimenez is in the best form of his life right now, and he seems to be involved in everything, but still like the home fixture for Almiron. Which, by the way, I don't know if you guys don't follow MLS, Atlanta has fallen off a cliff. They had one chance created in 2 matches so far. It's crazy.
Oh,
and they won the MLS Cup last year. I mean, it's seriously how creative and involved he was in their entire team. Anyway, Bo, any thoughts or so far?
No, I agree with the two guys. I think I think a captain at home, like any of the guys at home, like Salah, Mane, Vardy, I think they're all good choices, and I think the bench is fine as well.
I'm sorry, I was a bit out of it. We're discussing right now. Your team's strong?
Yeah, it's on the screen.
So transfers done. Opinions needed.
Yeah. No transfers. Just start Almiron or Jimenez, and then do I have already captain?
I definitely start Almiron. And because if he gets the points, it's more so than just FOMO. Having kept him for so long, if this is a week, let's say he scores, we don't want him stuck on your bench.
True. No, that's a good point.
We have JK going on about it all week.
Yeah, no, I mean, I bought him to start him in these 3 fixtures coming up. So if you speak with the bench now, because I may not play at 33, and I definitely won't play him on free hit or a wild card. So.
Yeah, captain, I think Vardy is definitely riskier. I mean, it's obviously the safe option is Salah. But Vardy is not a bad shout. But that being said, I've always viewed Vardy as sort of like a one goal, maybe another assist sort of like, ceiling striker.
Yeah, he has been that, especially this year.
Yeah.
I mean,
a top point captain is an underrated thing.
I mean, even in Leicester's like season when they won the league, I remember I captained him a couple of times. It was always 7, 8, 9s. Mahrez was the one who used to go for the double-digit scores. So I think Vardy is safe, but I don't think his ceiling is as high as Salah's.
Yeah. I read somewhere too that Fulham gave up a disproportional amount of penalties. I don't think they're top, but they're in the top 5. So
yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
All right.
He's a decent shot.
What's that so far?
I said he's a decent shot, especially I think you want to take a bit of a risk to move up the ranks. So it's a good shot captain this week.
I'd love to, if I can, get into 5 figures before this week. I'm at 121K right now. So if that could happen before the blinds and doubles, then I think 50K or better is a very reachable for me. So, all right. Cheers, everyone. I hope Aguero's quiet.
I think we've got, Froggy.
Froggy is up. 2 free transfers, nothing in the bank. Aubameyang out.
I think Aubameyang. I mean, I'd be worried about Aubameyang this week as it is. I expect him to start against us, but they have a must-win Europa League game on Thursday, and they haven't got Lacazette available. So I'd be nervous of Aubameyang having his minutes managed in that one.
Yeah, and apparently it was quite poor. I could see Arsenal Twitter just hating on Aubameyang. So could be dropped as well.
He's got 8 for 31 as of now, as I see. So
I'd be thinking Aubameyang and Rashford potentially. I'd maybe ditch them both.
How many free transfers does he have?
It's 2.
Yeah, I'd just ditch them both.
So
I think either Rashford or Jimenez, one of the two, whichever one he's less keen to lose on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd probably go for Vardy. Maybe King. I guess King's an option, Higuain's an option, or unless he wants to gamble that Arnautovic is going to start.
I definitely get Vardy in. If you go into attackers, I like Barnes too.
Barnes is up,
31, 33, 2 leaky defenses in Leicester and Bournemouth, because of Bournemouth. So I like that. Higuain, I know I went for him. It could be a wait and see there, and the Everton away fixture I don't think is easy. So I would go King and Barnes for one, and then definitely Vardy for the other. Lose both attackers.
And that puts him, I think, with what up to 10 with 1 free transfer left.
Yep, that's great planning.
Yeah.
I would do Aubameyang to Vardy and roll the other.
Yeah, I think that's an argument to keep Rashford. You could certainly probably get away with keeping him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
I had a discussion with another friend. 2 free transfers for next week is very useful in case you have an injury, suspension. Let's say we have a Chicharito injury, then that brings Arnautovic into the picture. So 2 free transfers next week is very useful. I think it's worth, because you're pretty much setting up like for 31 and 33 with those moves.
Yeah, true.
So it might be worth getting 2, 4, 6 points less this week, but to have better information next week. We still don't know in terms of Brooks versus Frazier, King versus Wilson, etc.
Yeah, I would definitely lose a forward and roll the other then. That probably looks best bet. Midfielders are fine for this week.
Yeah, and he's got the option of getting with his son next week and getting in Mane.
Yeah, that's true. Aubameyang to Vardy or Barnes or anybody. Yeah, it opens up.
Yeah, I'm also curious what people are making now, because he's been a bit. Obviously, a lot of you guys got him in a few weeks back with his bank in mind, and he hasn't really returned anything. So I'm just curious where people are standing with Felipe Anderson.
He's useless. I regret buying him.
Not much regretful. I mean, his stats are very poor, and it just seems. I don't know though. All of West Ham attack is kind of just puzzling, to be honest. I mean, I don't know. Who Florey's preference is. He's been kind of quiet lately, but definitely think Aubameyang out's probably the right move.
I'm hoping Snodgrass gets suspended for game week 31. That's the only way Anderson's going to get any points if he gets back on set pieces.
Are we thinking that Arnautovic coming back in might help him? They seem to work really well together.
I don't think it'll make a difference just because of the games I've seen. He's sort of been taken a more of a withdrawn playmaker role. It's clearly something Pellegrini has told him to do. I owned him earlier in the season, so I watched his performances. Earlier, he was far more direct, getting in the ball, making shots. It's very much of a moderate sort of position. He's sort of like taken the deep line playmaker role. It's almost like not too different to what Neves does almost now. Barely gets any penalty box touches.
I'm hoping we start this week and we can all monitor how West Ham look with him in the side.
Yeah.
He's a no-brainer for 31 then if he looks decent with that fixture.
Yeah, if Arnautovic starts and comes in, or Hernandez, either one. If Hernandez comes in and looks decent.
Do you guys agree? But 33 is against Chelsea away, so doesn't somebody like Barnes, who has, let's say, 2 good fixtures, or somebody like Kingo Wilson, who has 2 good fixtures, represent better value than
I can't abide the idea of owning Barnes. I just don't rate him. I just don't rate him at all. I think
he gets a lot of chances, though. It's the Burnley system. Yeah. It's like Burnley players are all pretty shit, but the system just makes them good. So
yeah, that's a fair point, actually.
Like I don't have Barnes and I don't plan on getting him, but I think he's a good pick.
Yep. I'm pretty much the same, but I don't plan to buy him either. But just his numbers and the way if Burnley are gonna score, he's gonna be involved.
Yeah.
And the 2 fixtures on the blank weeks are good. Leicester at home and Bournemouth away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, JK.
Okay, so I'll say on time. So I used my 2 frees this week because I got rid of Rashford and took a gamble on King Huddersfield. I knew that transfer gave me enough money to do Son to Mane as well for this week. So there's my 2, and I've got 10 now for next week, and I've got 1 free transfer, which will be on Aguero to a striker of some description, most likely, because I have 0 in the bank. So there's not really anything I can do with Camarasa, for example. Apart from McNeil, there's nowhere I can go with him. So my only queries really are which of my 2 goalkeepers I pick and who my 3rd defender should be. Because I've got Digne going up against Almiron at the minute, and I'm wondering whether that's my best route.
Well, keeper-wise, at your rank 2, I would probably go Fabianski. I think both he and Borg have probably more shot at it, but at your rank, more people will play Fab, so I would go him. It's tough with the defender. Probably, I might lean Lejeune. Again, home defender. Rafa seems to set up better at home.
It's a tough call. I genuinely don't know which of the 3 I should play, so I'm genuinely interested to hear your thoughts on that one.
Bob, the Everton fan, what's your thinking with Digne now?
We looked a lot tighter, obviously, in the derby, so we're probably playing in a specific way for that game. But even before that, against Cardiff, we looked a lot better. He's brought Schneiderlin back into the team, which has actually helped us look a lot more solid. He's been playing well again. So yeah, Digne might be a decent option. I'm starting Lejeune this week, and I've benched Rondon because I think we are going to be a bit more solid defensively, but I'm not convinced by our attacking yet. Like having a front 3 of Calvert-Lewin, Bernard, and Walcott was pretty painful to watch in the derby. Like we had no real attacking outlets. So yeah, I think Digny's a good option. I'm not convinced that Newcastle will score against us.
It's purely the matter of Digne up against Almiron, and I'm just sort of, maybe it feels a bit too much like hedging, I don't know.
Yeah. I think if I had Almiron, I might be more tempted to start him over than Rondon, but Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest.
Go. You guys still on?
But
Yeah.
Sorry, just got very soon. I would play Lejeune. I'd just back Newcastle, put all your eggs in one basket.
Play Lejeune over Digne, yeah.
They've kept 3 clean sheets in the last 4 home games, only conceding 1 goal.
I know they are super tight, and literally the only thing that would normally attempt to play Digne is that attacking threat that we know he does possess.
I think I'd be if it was me with my team, I'd probably play Lejeune over Almiron.
Over Almiron?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of hedging either. I mean, I'm playing Digne. I have Digne and I'm playing him this week. But I mean, if I had your team, I probably would be playing Lejeune over Digne. I'd probably put him 4 sub though, because I mean he does have that free kick kind of potential.
Oh yeah, if I was benching Digne, I'd put him first sub, absolutely.
But it is tough, yeah, because I think Newcastle are a little bit more solid at home. I mean, if you reverse the fixture, it's probably a no-brainer. I'd probably be looking to bench Almiron if it's the other way around, if Everton are at home. But I think the fact that Newcastle are at home makes it a little bit trickier.
Oh, I'm quietly confident because I think I like the look. Almiron's still in the punt territory because he hasn't delivered anything yet. But when you look at that other front, the rest of that front 7, there's definitely some potential because I'm not convinced Wilson. If he starts, I don't think he plays 90, but I'm not convinced Wilson's gonna start.
Yeah.
So I think there's potential there for King, and it's an absolute plum fixture for him really to deliver. All right, cheers, boys.
Okay. Where'd my mouse go? There it is. Check out
you find it.
that. Let's go to Hungry Man. So he's looking at Pog and Rash are being sold for Higuain and Madison, Vardy or Brooks or other. And he's planning on getting Hazard next week. So he wants to sell Pogba and Rashford, and he's asking for who. And his options he gave were Higuain and Madison, Vardy and Brooks, or some other combination.
I think I'd keep Pogba this week and roll it, particularly with Matic and Herrera back in the fray.
Yeah. I'm not sure when he posted this. It might have been before Obley had
I think I'd keep one of those 2, and maybe we'll just, again, do a run, one move and roll the other 3 transfer into next week.
Yeah. I this week I lost. That was exact 2 guys I'm losing, Pogba and Rashford. I brought in Mane and King, but obviously he can't do it having double Liverpool defence. So,
I'd be tempted to maybe keep Pogba this week and see what midfield options open up for next week.
Pogba's one of the ones that I'm thinking about keeping because I've got so much money tied up in him.
It was in Pogba?
Yeah, in Pogba.
Oh, I'm absolutely keeping Pogba.
Yeah, I think I got him around 1 million less than he is right now.
Yeah, same. I mean, I took the value hit on Rashford, but I'm more comfortable with that because I can afford to bench at least one attacker, and there's more value there's more point potential in the attack that I can afford to keep one. I'd rather keep the guy on pens who I've got the value in, who we know is going to play every week, which Rashford might not necessarily. So as far as TXM, I mean, I'm guessing he's had Jimenez a while. So
he's talked about that it would cost way too much to buy back.
So assuming that Jimenez is going to be one of his 2 on the bench, Jimenez and Doherty, he could afford maybe to keep one of Pogba or Rashford and lose Sterling next week. So I'd maybe be inclined to just lose Rashford for Vardy.
I don't know if he has enough. What's he got? He'll have 8.4 if he does that.
I think Vardy's 8 maybe. Maybe not enough.
Yeah, so it's not enough to do a straight move.
Maybe go downgrade to Barnes or go for King.
Yeah, I think King is a good show. I mean, it sets you up for the blanks nicely, and he's got a decent fixture this week too.
Yeah.
If Wilson doesn't start, does he take penalties as well?
Yeah, but Bournemouth have this silly rule that Burnley have as well. If you win the pen, you have the option to take it. But yeah, he is on pens without Wilson.
Cool.
Unless Brooks wins it and decides he wants to take it or something.
Which will happen.
Is Stanislaus still injured? Because I know he took one earlier this year. But is he still out? Yeah, he is. Stanislaus, he's still gone.
Yeah, he's still injured. He's FPL goal when he plays. The problem is he's so damn injury prone.
Yeah, so King is on pen, so that might be.
Yeah, I'd probably do Rashford to King and roll the other transfer, and then he can decide next week. He could do Pogba and Sterling out. He could lose. He maybe wants to lose Wan-Bissaka. He's got options there.
Yeah.
That are maybe worth considering. That he could lose Sterling and one other.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be, if he just does that and keeps 2, he'll have 9 with 2 free transfers and 31. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And one of them will be Hazard. That would give him 10. So
yeah, he does. You know what I mean? He could do exactly. Yeah. He's got the option there of Sterling to Hazard, and then he could do.
Yeah.
He could either lose Pogba, or he could upgrade Wan-Bissaka, just as an example.
Yep. I mean, if he really is high on Vardy, then he has to do what he said, which is Pogba and Rashford out. But I'm with you guys. I think I'd keep Pogba this week.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
yeah. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I was just gonna say I'm not sure there's much to do, but I was gonna say he could do Sterling to Hazard fund it, but I wouldn't be losing Sterling this week either. So.
No, I would not lose Sterling. It's probably his captain this week, I guess.
Yeah, I think exactly. Sterling's got to be his captain this week. So yeah.
Right. All right. Let's admire this team. All right. Let's move on. I mean, profits sell punching. I don't know how else to say it to
you. he's turning into Kiko here.
Yeah,
he'll never quite be Kiko, but he's getting there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, in seriousness, save the free transfer this week and take 2.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking in decent enough shape. He's got Mane, Salah. I suppose that's the only thing that's keeping him back is that Punton's actually got a fixture next week.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got sort of Pogba, Jimenez, and Sterling he could leave on the bench. So he's actually in reasonably good shape.
Yeah, he just needs to lose 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, only 1.
And he could do
something Puncheon play though.
Well, that's this week. He did 4-4-2 this week.
But the only is, if he saves the transfer, he could downgrade Sterling to Hazard, and he's got a little bit of cash to play with to to upgrade Puncheon.
Mm-hmm.
True. Yeah.
Somebody
Madison or something like that. Yeah, that's possible with the money. You can do it too.
Yeah, I like that move actually. You could do Sterling to Hazard and then Puncheon to Brooks.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that would be perfect for me. So save the transfer. You got 2 frees, 11 out. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah. See, we agree with you, Palmer. This is a perfect team. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You're all not worthy.
And I take it he's playing 4 at the back this week.
Yeah, I would think so. Doherty bench.
And yeah, I assume he's going to be playing Pereira and Digne over Jimenez.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, he's not a Digne fan, but yeah, I think it's probably the best way to do it. Right. Okay. Pirlo wants to save.
Well, how long ago was he planning to save? That's the question.
It's an hour ago, so it's probably going.
Oh, bloody hell. And he's changed his mind about 6 times by then.
Yeah, I mean, save this week seems fine.
I mean, how are we looking? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, potentially 8 for. Yeah, probably 9. Yeah. I think what we're looking at 9, maybe.
Yeah, I think max 9, and then again you save it's 2 frees, and then you can get 11 or
9. He's got 9 or 10 depending on Arnie, and then with 2 frees he could downgrade Aguero and do something with that.
Yep.
Because he's still sitting on Kolasinac acting, so he could easily do something there. But he's in pretty good shape, assuming that. So I'd probably save, and I'd maybe get a playing sub just in case of Arnautovic. Because you could never. A, is he going to start? B, is he still going to be fit?
I think fit is. I saw Pellegrini said everybody's trained, everybody's fit. It's just a matter.
Yeah, but he's not out of it, so you never know how long he'll last.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I would say this week Aguero to any forward. Vardy probably the best option in 31, or King, or Barnes, and then
even Wilson.
Or even Wilson, yeah. And then use that money to upgrade one of your non-players in 31 to something. Kolasinac out. Although if you want to concentrate on forward, I might look to move Gunnison up to Brooks or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this is good. And then if you, Watford win in the cup, then he has a full team for 31 or 33.
Yeah, he's looking, so he's in good shape there.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think he's comfortable save for me.
Right. Okay. AK.
So it's 0.4 and 1 free transfer.
Kamara's still in there, but
yeah. And
he's sorted next week.
And he's got an issue there for me that he only has 2 defenders for 31, and Bednarek is so cheap he's going to be difficult to shift. I think he's probably going to need some sort of hit once he shifts one of Aguero or Sterling.
Yeah.
I can see Kamara being stuck there till he wildcard somehow.
I'd probably keep the team for this week seems fine if he's okay with Jimenez starting. I would probably
say that actually, because there's no point.
Yeah.
There's no point taking out any of them just yet because he needs to free up the cash, like you said, for the defense. And Sterling and Aguero are the options to do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he could save it. He could take a -4 next week. He could lose Sterling and Aguero for Hazard and another striker, Vardy, Barnes, King, and then take that money and either plow it into and then take that money and lose Bednarek or Wan-Bissaka, whichever one he wanted.
Yeah, for like Robertson.
And get in a Louise or someone like that.
He's in the CCL final this week. I'm not sure he's going to want to take a hit.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse Cup.
I was waiting. And honestly, I would.
Yeah, no, I was saying he could take that hit next week in
Right.
31.
I would
if he saves this week.
Wait, is the final in game week 31 when all the blanks?
No, finals now.
This week.
Finals this week.
Yeah, if I didn't do it this week, I'd have to wait till like 36 to make it fair because
you just got blanks and doubles all the way around.
So I did it this week, but and they both have 1 free transfer, so it's fair going into it. So yeah, I would probably save and then do 3 moves next week. Aguero and Sterling out to any of the options, and pick up a defender for Bednarek, for Doherty, maybe sort Kamara instead and go with more attackers in 31.
Well, I mean, the issue is how many attackers can he go with? Because he's got Felipe, he's got Barnes, he's got Salah. Mind you, yeah, I suppose if he gets rid of Sterling, he'll have to, because he won't be able to bring in the extra attacker because he'll only have 2 defenders anyway.
Right.
Yeah, he's going to have to get 1 defender and then, probably one attack.
I mean, is he playing on free hit in 31? I know him and I had talked about how it's better to use free hit in 32. He seemed to be on board with that, but the way this team's set up, it's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.
6. So at best, we're probably looking at 9 if we took a 4-point hit next week.
Yeah, and maybe that's
fine. He might be okay with that. He might be okay with that 9 without 9 and saving the free hit doesn't feel that bad, in all honesty.
Yeah, I probably would reassess next week, see what happens. It could be injuries, all that stuff. He's got the right captain this week, though. I'd like Aguero up. All right.
Right.
Jossie only wants to know who to make first sub. I think he has it right.
Yeah, I think he's got that right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That team makes me physically sick. How that man accumulates such team value is just ridiculous.
Yeah, 200K in the league though, so it's not exactly.
That's also true. Yeah, he's 200K overall. I'll take my rank over his rank and over his team value.
Yeah. No, I mean, on paper, it's good for this week. It's set up pretty nicely for next, right? Because I assume he's going to lose Aguero next week.
Yeah. I would assume, yeah. I mean, he's got 3 defenders already in there because he's got his double Liverpool and Pereira. So he's got Salah, Felipe, Almiron, Higuain, Aguero, and McNeil.
Yeah.
So literally, he could, to be honest, he could probably get away with Benson going. It'd just be pointless. You're not going to have to save a free transfer anyway.
Yeah. I think from talking in the group, I don't remember if he has a lot tied up in Pogba. I think he jumped on later than you and I did, JK.
Yeah.
You might be more willing to lose him.
Yeah, that's why I'm reluctant to lose Aguero, but I think it's probably worth it. The upside's probably worth it.
Right.
Because I can bring him in on the free hit anyway, and then wildcard becomes reassessment time. Free hit is more affordable because you're just going to get Dendonka, Simpson, and whatever that Cardiff guy is at 3.8.
Right. Yeah, he already posted it in the other chat.
There's your bench, and for me, Boruc, because I got him at 3.9 anyway, so I'll just leave him in there.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, I think everything's in order there.
Yeah, I think it's good.
I'm hoping he's got Almiron first sub, so I'd love to be able to troll him with an Almiron haul on his bench.
I mean, honestly, who would you start?
Oh no, I wouldn't necessarily start him over any of those guys. Maybe over Wan-Bissaka or Pereira, but otherwise,
I'd be tempted to start him over Pereira. I do not like Leicester defense at all. But we're getting a boss's team, so we're going to talk about that in a minute. But I think this is fine the way it is.
I think so.
Yep.
So this is my.
So we are indeed on boss.
Yep. All right, boss.
Yeah, it's just a quick question. Do you think any of the bench are worth starting over the starters? I'm not sure if Mendy's going to play, so I was thinking.
You have Mounier. What the hell do you have Mounier for?
It's a draft team.
It's a draft team. I'll let you off.
Oh, all right.
You're scraping the barrel on forwards.
You really are, yeah. Well, you end up scraping the barrel when it comes to the end in the draft. I'll let you off with that one.
This is a good draft team, actually, and I think you got it right. I would hate to own double Leicester in a regular team, but good draft. I mean, it's as good a fixture as any.
I take it auto subs still work in the draft game, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
So like Mendy's probably not going to play.
Yeah.
But I think everything's probably in order there. Yeah, I'd probably have that.
Chilwell's stats are pretty good, attacking wise and so forth. So I think it's worth.
Yeah. So you've got City's current left back and City's next left back for next season in the same team already.
Yeah. All right, cool.
I think I'd nearly like Digne coming on, to be honest. If it was Mendy, if Mendy was swapping out for someone, I think I'd like Digne coming in. Like I said, just because he takes free kicks and we don't really know which way the Newcastle Everton game for certainty. If it could be a 0-0, it could be a 1-1.
True.
You know, I wouldn't really be that surprised.
Yeah, I'll probably move him first then.
That's a fair point. Yeah, you never know what Huddersfield's going to do, and if they do score, God knows who it's going to come from.
Yeah.
They really don't know.
Hog.
Yeah.
Billing. Yeah.
Yeah, so I might go Digne.
Not punching.
No, not punching. Has to be on the field to score.
I posted my team in the chat as well. I've already used my subs, but basically I'm trying to decide whether I should take a hit to lose maybe one of my other attackers.
You posted that on the group already?
Yeah, I think it was the last
Okay,
one.
so we'll get down to that when we
Okay. This is Cynic's team. So I think he was asking save the transfer or do
Doherty and Roberts.
Let's see if he doesn't save. If he does save,
he's got Sterling in there that he could do.
How much does he have in the bank?
I don't know. Let me check his team in the league. From bottom, we got. He has 2.2.
So we've got TAA.
Yeah, he's got plenty of money to do Doherty Robo easy. Got like 0.1 or 2 extra.
He can't do Jimenez to someone like Firmino, no?
I mean, he's only got 7. He's got 8 for next week. I've knew nothing in there because he got Lascelles knocking in there on his bench.
I know he's got a lot of value in Jimenez. He bought him early.
Yeah, but I'd be tempted maybe to save. He could do Sterling to Mane or Hazard, and then maybe upgrade Højbjerg next week because he's got Vardy, Higuain. So he could easily enough. He's got 3 defenders, so he's sorted there. He'll have Pogba and Almiron. So he's got 4 defenders. So if he gets another midfielder in for Sterling and Højbjerg, he can comfortably play 4-4-2 and have his benches being Pogba, Doherty, and Jimenez.
Yep.
I'd be tempted to save. I don't think Robertson is necessary here.
Not necessary. It sets him up nicely for 30 and 33.
But he's got the choice there. With Sterling, he can either double up on the Chelsea attack and bring in Hazard, or he can bring in Mane. If he goes for Robertson this week, he can't get Mane in, for example.
Yeah. I think he's, from what I heard him talk in the group, he's on double pool defense. But yeah, I mean, you leave yourself the option to see how Mane looks this week rather than commit yourself to 2 pool defenders. I might, for this week's team, I might switch Lascelles and Doherty.
I think I probably would.
Everything else looks fine. And then, yes, I would assume Doherty, Sterling out next week. Maybe even take a hit to...
Yeah. If he's set on Robertson, then he'd go for Doherty. But I would be tempted to try and turn Højbjerg into somebody as an alternative.
Yep. So, Bo asked about Jimenez. I'm looking in his transfer history. Game week 8. Yeah, he's got a ton of money tied up.
Well, yeah, that's going to be a sub 6 million buy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So my guess is he goes with 2 attackers next week, which he already has. 4 in the midfield, benching Pogba. Yeah, you said Sterling and Højbjerg out. You can get 2 good attackers with that, Brooks, and then Højbjerg to anybody with that money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean he could. Yeah, he could do Sterling and Højbjerg to Mane and Brooks just as an example because he's already got 3 defenders for 31.
Yeah.
So, if he's absolutely set on the double pool defense, fine. But I wouldn't say it's a priority necessarily.
Right. And he's
got. Honestly, I think with the fixtures, I think I'd rather have Mane. Probably. The way my team's set up, I can't actually get him. But I think I'm not convinced that Liverpool will keep clean sheets over the next.
I also think there's a possibility if Milner's fit, in certain games, we know that Klopp's prone to benching him.
Yeah, a lot could depend on how the Champions League game goes now next week.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Robertson rarely gets benched. Trent can be benched every now and again, which I suppose would be a worry, as that's wrong, but I'm not sure it'd be enough of a worry to make me go for Robertson over Mane.
Yeah, Trent definitely is subject to a benching every so often, no matter what.
But I'd say see what happens in the Bayern game and reassess.
Yep. Yeah, just move Doherty to the second sub, and I'd save it.
Yeah.
He has it. Yeah, he's set up good for 31. Yeah, Pool have Southampton away in 33, which can always be tricky. Fulham away.
And who knows, Ings might even be fit by then.
Yep.
And we can't play anyway.
Oh, true. All right, so Zofar has, I just can't see what the thing, 2 free transfers, 1.5 in the bank. Thinking Rashford, Vardy, and rolling the other. Zofar, is he still on, or did he drop off?
He dropped out.
Yeah.
He dropped off. I think that's a sensible enough move.
Yeah.
Because he can next week, he does that move. He can do something next week with Son, maybe downgrade him to Brooks, and then he's got money to upgrade Bednarek for a 3rd defender. a David Luiz or a Bernard or a Tarkowski, whoever, someone of that ilk.
I know he's high on Barnes, so my guess would be if he does Vardy this week, he'll get Jimenez to Barnes next week. He doesn't have much.
But he's got that option, but again, he's only got 2 defenders for next week. He's only got Robertson and Pereira.
So definitely would hold one transfer. I like Rashford to Vardy and holding the other, and then
So he could. That's what I'm saying. So because he's only got the 2 defenders, if he could comfortably do Son to Brooks, and then do Bednarek to Louise or Tarkowski, whoever he wants to get in.
I know he said he didn't really care if he only had 2 defenders next week. He'd rather.
Yeah, he does value the attack more. He said that.
And I honestly agree. I can't see a dead, nailed-on clean sheet in 31, and the best fixture is West Ham, and you know how that goes. So, West Ham, Huddersfield.
Yeah, it depends. I suppose it depends either if he doesn't have a lot of value tied up in Jimenez or if he's comfortable with losing that value. If he's all right with that and having 2 defenders, he could do Jimenez to Barnes, or he can do Son to Brooks and turn Jimenez into Higuain as an example.
Yep. I don't know if the recent Chelsea form has gotten him back on. I know he was trying to avoid Chelsea so he didn't have a heart attack every week.
Yeah.
I like Rashford, Vardy and roll it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Bob, I think we're on your actual team now rather than your draft team.
Yeah, so I was just considering a hit for Rashford to Vardy. That's the only thing.
For a hit. Yeah, good pick to do it in. I mean, Fulham's team have goals in it.
As of right now, I won't get out a full team for 31. So,
but I mean, I'm just having a quick look. I mean, you're not bad, even though there is a Rogue Evans still floating about.
6, 7. You got 9 right now for 31.
Yeah. So if I do Rashford to Vardy, then that leaves me with kind of plenty to do, kind of Sterling to Mane or Sterling to Hazard even.
Yeah, I think that could pay off this week.
Yeah.
Because it's only really a 2-point hit because of the blanks.
But I mean, it's not 2 hit this week, but long term, and when you look at, if you're assuming Rashford, it's probably going to be in your 3-hit team anyway. And even if he's not, so you're looking at Vardy with Fulham. Who they got? Bournemouth or someone like that? Or is it in 31?
They've got Fulham this week, then Burnley away, then Bournemouth at home.
Yep, and their 33 fixture is Huddersfield away, so it's a good chance for points.
Yeah, so forgetting about 32. So I think, given that Rashford's got 2 blanks, Arsenal blank around the double, I think there's the potential. I think if you were going to get Vardy in for 31, this is the week to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think this is probably the time. You're obviously not going to captain, but he's a good shot for points.
Yeah. The only other option would be something like Shaw to Robertson, but I'm not convinced that's a better move.
Again, I think you're all right. You've got 3 playable defenders for next week because you've got Trent, Evans. Well, I say Evans is playable, but it's Johnny Evans. He might get injured in the 20th minute this week.
Probably
knowing him, he'll get injured in the 59th minute.
Yeah. Unless
they'll keep a clean sheet.
100%.
But you've got 3 playable defenders. So I think you're all right as far as keeping Shaw.
I would again keep your options open, boss, for Mane. If you get Robertson now, that option closes. So
yeah. So if you did Rashford to Vardy, you've got the option of Sterling to Mane.
Yeah.
For next week. So I probably wouldn't go for Shaw. Rashford. If you're going to take the hit, Rashford to Vardy works for me. If you're going to get him for the blanks, this is the week to do it. Get him in the prime fixture.
Yeah. All right. Gonna do the transfer right now.
Nice.
Oh, live transfers on the Contcast.
Okay. Is Bo still on?
Yeah.
Okay, your team, Bo.
Yeah, so I did my transfers. I just want to kind of get your thoughts on it for this week and maybe next week. So I lost Pogba and Rashford and I put in Mane and King. I had 2 free transfers, so no hit. What do you guys think of Lovren? I was talking to Swan about this before we went live. I mean, I think there's more chance of a cameo than he starts.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll cameo. I think he'll either start or he won't play. I don't think he's not. It doesn't strike me that there's going to be a cameo there.
You see, then I'm thinking if he does start, I'm thinking what are Liverpool's clean sheet chances? You know, it'd probably be at the expense of Van Dijk with midweek in mind, maybe. Maybe Matip.
More like to be Matip, I would think, but I don't think he'll play. I think he'll leave it as it is. I think he'll leave Matip and Van Dijk in there.
So if Milner fails his late fitness test, who starts in his place?
Well, I guess it depends on whether you plan to use him midfield or right back.
Yeah, say it's right back because I think that.
Then you'd assume it'd be Trent.
Be Trent, yeah. I don't know. It could go either way. I think the three of starting, I think, are fine. That's a good chance of
get a clean sheet. Just hope Gaeta turns up this week.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say I'm hopeful on the clean sheet chances of any of the three defenders I'm starting. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there was no clean sheets there. Right. I mean, Leicester don't look great. Everton, they can't. I mean, like I said, it's hard to know which way that game's going to go. And West Ham being away to Cardiff makes it that little bit trickier. But, I mean, it is what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, just hope Cardiff score early if they're going to score. At least not have West Ham get our hopes up again. I mean, 3 or 4 times have done that to us.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Trig goes crazy every time that happens. I think it's happened to him 3 times.
And the same with Wolves. Wolves have done it so many times. It's been awful.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to get rid of all my Wolves on free hit and wild card. I don't think any of them are worth owning. I mean, maybe 35 you can keep Jimenez because the fixtures look pretty good.
I might keep Doherty, but I'm not even sure about him. The problem we're having with Doherty right now is he isn't started. Are we sure he would start both games in a double? We know Nuno has suddenly randomly started benching him.
Well, in 32, I don't think I'd have him anyway. I mean, their fixtures are.
No, I'm not saying 13, but 35 is 34 wildcard. I don't know.
35, they would have Brighton and Arsenal both at home.
I'd be tempted to have Doherty for that.
Yeah, if you think he's going to start both, you would hope the Brighton one. I mean, I have to see because some of the 32 fixtures might go into 35. Wolves are the only ones we know that won't. Wolves and United. So where there's I have to see who else is there. If there's no other good, decent defender options, then I probably would have him. Otherwise, it's probably just Jimenez for me.
Yeah, I mean, you're well set there anyway for 31 because you've got you haven't got a keeper, but otherwise you're all right.
Yeah, we were talking earlier, Bo, about waiting to see about a keeper next week. All right, see how the Watford result is going with Palace.
Yeah, I mean, I may have a keeper for 33, but for 31, I definitely won't have a keeper.
Yeah, you're prepared to sell Patricio.
Yeah, and I mean, even if Watford do beat Palace, there's no guarantee that it's going to be Guaita in goal for 33.
Yeah.
So I may just need to bite the bullet and get a keeper, even if it's for a hit.
But I mean, theoretically, you're all right attackingly wise. You've got 4 there. I mean, if Lovren actually turned up in 31, you're well set.
Yeah, this is the thing.
Without that, you've got 3 defenders, so you could easily lose Son and Aguero, even just one of them next week, and you'd still be pretty comfortable.
I think I'm still clinging on to Son just for the fact that they may have a game in 33. I mean, it's probably not likely that. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really been following Millwall, but
I look at it. My reason for Son was I had the exact cash when I did Rashford to King, and ultimately I looked at it and thinking, well, if I've sold Aguero, I'm going to have some cash anyway because there's only Kane who's more expensive than he is.
Yeah.
So I may have the money to bring Son in anyway.
See, it's kind of finding the right balance for me because I haven't got a wild card, so it's finding the right balance between the blank weeks and double game week 35.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely coming from a different perspective without that wild card in there.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I could push and try and get 10, maybe 11 out for the blanks, but it just means I'm going to have less for the double game weeks. So it's all about kind of getting the right people in rather than the right amount.
Yeah, absolutely. And ultimately, you've got more stand to gain more in the doubles than you do in the blanks.
Yeah. So that's me anyway.
Great transfers this week, though. I think those were two really good ones. And you got great.
Yeah, I think. See, I made them quite early on, but after seeing how United did against PSG, I'm a little worried about the Arsenal game. There could be a lot of goals in that, and I mean Pogba had a bit of a rest midweek, so he could be nice and fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Matic and Herrera are back in training, so there's the potential that Pogba won't be deep again.
Yeah, but I mean, I've only won Liverpool if Lovren doesn't play, so I think I needed to address that anyway. I mean, that was a bit of a problem, especially with Mane. He has been doing well recently, so I don't know.
Yeah.
See how it goes. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Anyway.
So following the Contcast, Phil's basically having a conversation with himself on there right now.
Top Mark's got a couple questions. Aguero 1 week captaincy punt for a hit worth it. I've told him no before, but he seems pretty intent on that. It can go fine as long as you're okay with taking that hit in 31 or just going with no points in 31. Yes, they're on fire. I mean, they were thought to be on fire against West Ham and didn't score, and then same against Bournemouth. So those are both on the road, granted.
My opinion, will Aguero start? Yes, he's had a week off.
Yeah, he'll start. Yeah.
He'll start. If he'll start when Pep was saying he was knackered, I think after a week off, there's no reason to think he won't. I think there's a realistic chance Jesus will start against Schalke. So,
yeah, Salva safer option, absolutely. And how will Vardy do against Fulham? And it depends if you own him or not, right? I mean,
yeah,
I like him. I think Fulham are gash. They're completely adrift in terms of staying up. I think they've accepted that. So I like Vardy to do pretty well. The question is here is, does he see more of an upside in a 1 week punt on Aguero and then shifting him to Vardy next week? So I assume that would be free. I don't know how many other players he would have. If he has at least 9 now without that move, then I could see that paying off. I can look at his team on the site. Easy to find him. He's top of the table.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, you need to hand over your crown and your dogs, both.
So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and if he gets Vardy next week, it'll be 8. So he would have 8 with just free transfers. So he would have to take a hit to get to 9.
Yeah, I don't like Aguero as a 1 week captaincy point when you're not getting a full team out already. Yeah. You've got to look at the points you're losing by not having a full team on top of the hit you're taking for him. So he's got to kind of doubly repay it with the captaincy. And he might, but it's still going to... You're probably going to break even, but the chances are you're going to come off worse.
Yeah. I think unless he does like a hat trick, which is possible, I don't see him getting that points back by doing a switch. Like, it could be negligible.
Yeah.
I'm just looking. So who would he be bringing Vardy? Who would he be bringing Aguero in for?
He has Higuain, Jimenez, and Kamara, but
Kamara.
2 million in the bank, so it would. Oh, where did he get the money from? Unless he's done. I mean, he has 0 transfers now, so he hasn't done any.
Well, he's obviously going to have to take a hit somewhere.
Yeah.
Does he have 2 free transfers?
No, he has to take a hit.
No, he used 2 last week, so he's got 1. So this is for a hit this week.
He's have to take a hit, so he's basically going to take a hit probably to get him in, and then maybe another hit to get him out.
Yeah, I haven't heard him talk much. Who's he losing? Son, I guess? Maybe Son to Brooks, and then that gives enough Jimenez to... It might not. Yeah, 6, 7, 8. It may not if he goes Son to... maybe it's close. If he goes Son to Brooks, then Jimenez to Kuhn.
Yeah, this doesn't seem worth it to me.
Yeah.
I think you should take the hit so that we have a good chance of going up the leaderboard.
do it.
But yeah, you and me are, well, I've dropped off a little bit after last game.
Yeah.
You and me, but we're not far behind.
-4, -12. It's all good with me.
Yeah. -12 dropped him down to 1,800. Yeah.
No, but honestly, I don't think it's worth it. I mean, I do think Aguero is probably one of the standout options this week. I mean, yeah, it was 1-0 against West Ham and Bournemouth, but I mean, the stats were pretty, they were pretty good. It was pretty much domination in both games.
Yeah.
They just didn't convert. I think Boric and Fabianski had very good games. So yeah, but like we said, weighing it up, I don't think the -4. I don't think it'll justify it long term.
Nope. I mean, unless he was planning Higuain to Aguero, he has the money to do that. But that just seems totally sideways.
Yeah, this doesn't sound worth it to me. Just not at all.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen already like people taking 1 week punts on Aubameyang, and it didn't work out, and then they were stuck with him. And I just think 1 week punts are a bit risky, especially if they're 4 hits.
Yeah, 1 week punts for me are only for the week before wildcard. That's it.
That's it. Yeah. I would agree.
Yeah.
Or next week before the free hit. Yeah.
Yeah, or next week before the. Well, no, because even that's not a 1 week punt, because then you've got to take them out in 33.
No, correct. Yeah, if you want to do 2, I guess you could do 2 moves in 31.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think we recommended top mocks. If you're set on it, that's fine. But definitely if you're thinking Higuain to Aguero or another move out and upgrading Jimenez to Aguero, I'm not sure that's worth it. So,
no.
But go with your gut, as always. What you think?
Yeah, just leave Phil to talk to himself in that group.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's all we have. I think the next couple of weeks are going to be interesting once we know the game 20, 32, and 35 fixtures.
Yeah.
Longer one, just one options.
I mean, we've all put our team up, but so quick captaincy poll. I know, Swan, you're on Vardy.
I'm on Vardy, yeah. I don't have
I'm on Aguero. Boss?
Sterling.
Bo?
I'm on Aguero.
Cool. I think if you've got a City player, they're the standout option. If not, it's Salah or you go the punty, which would be Vardy.
I just want it to be a high-scoring week this week because I feel like last week was just so miserable.
Yeah, last
week was horror show. I can remember. Like, I've had very few weeks where I barely hit 30, and I hit 30 dead on last week.
It was depressing because, like, I mean, I captained Ston, who got 2 points, and there was like so many of you guys who had Pogba, outscored me by like about 10, 12 points. Like, even like when your captain got double minus points, you were still outscoring me.
Yeah.
I wasn't one of them though. Trust me on that.
I have to say, I made Pogba my vice captain. I was considering it, so it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, I mean, Pogba in hindsight was a bad choice. But as I said to Scott, not because of the missed pen, but just because with Pereira on the pitch, he was basically like a quarterback. He was just sitting so deep.
Yeah,
he didn't get in the box at all until Fred came on. So hopefully, I wouldn't have captained him this week anyway with the Arsenal fixture, but hopefully with Matic and Herrera coming back, there is life in Pogba yet.
Cool.
Most definitely. What deadline next week is Friday, I believe, right?
I think it might well be. So we're looking. I think that no, we're all right. It's 33. I think is the 33 the Friday deadline. So, no deadline. No, it's 2:00 for the next deadline. This is the thing because we'll have the
Watford Palace game.
Palace game away before deadline.
Yeah, they're starting at 14, right? So
12:15. So with the deadline at 2:00 UK time.
Yep.
So by the time that game finishes, or by the time deadline gets around, we may have an idea.
So what do we reckon? It'll be about 60, 70 minutes in, maybe?
Yeah, let's see.
I think.
I haven't worked it out.
No, I mean, what is it? 12:15 kickoff UK time.
The kickoff is 8:15 in the morning. My time, 9 till.
Yeah, so that's 12:15 UK time. So I reckon
we have the clocks move forward this week here in the US. So that's you're right, 12:15.
Yeah,
so it'll be close to full time then.
I think we'll be comfortably inside the last 10 by the time we get to deadline.
Happy days.
Yeah, I was wrong, Bo. We move forward the clocks this weekend, so that's before that.
That'd be nice. I mean, I know it's only a You know, it's a small bit of information, but it helps.
We won't have the full-time result, but with a bit of luck, maybe we'll be 2 or 3 goals clear, and we can, you know, it'll be safe to say which one of them's there.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because then I'll keep Wan-Bissaka because then he'll play in 33. So
yeah, I mean, I've made my bed because I got rid of Wan-Bissaka 2 weeks ago because I literally had. So I got, but then again, I've got the same issue. That being said, I got Lejeune in, so Palace is used to play Newcastle that week, I believe.
They do.
So if Watford were winning, I'd be no worse off because I'd have Lejeune anyway. So I'd still have Louise, Robertson, and Lejeune, so I'd be comfortable there anyway. And Digne, so I'm fine for defense. Defense-wise, I'm fine for 33.
I Watford for that game.
I got 11, so I'd have a luxury transfer on 33.
Yeah, if Palace win, I'd be quite happy. I'd be sitting pretty for 33.
Yeah. All right, everyone.
All right.
Have a great week. Enjoy the football.
Hope for better things than last game week.
Yeah.
Best of luck, guys.
Best of luck,
everyone. Good luck to Late Riser and AK as well in the CCL.
Yeah, CCL final this weekend. Good luck, lads. Hopefully,
see you guys.
Take care.